Alrighty. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is a cigar. That is a very, very old cigar. The cigar is actually older than I am. Anybody that knows me knows that I am into guns and cigars. Cigars actually have a little bit better chance of using because ranges around here are few and far between and occasionally ridiculous. I'm just going to do this kind of vlog style and talk to myself for about a half hour. Let's see, a little backstory on this. This was, my mom originally bought these for my dad about 1978. Let's see if this will focus in. Martinez Istia Havana Blend. Bought from Lakeside Amusement Park. Spent about 25 years in my dad's garage. Beyond that, I had them in my own personal humidor for a number of years, and it kind of dawned on me. That's a glass of vodka, by the way. And it dawned on me that it really didn't do a whole lot of good to actually hang on to them for so long, because after about 15 years, it's going to be like basically smoking through a paper bag. I'm going to try to see if I can get this. I may have to just go ahead and cut this off camera. But anyway, it's, if it'll focus, you can see there is, looks to be just a single cap. A couple of veins. Seams are okay, a little loose, but otherwise not that bad. Keep in mind, this is about a 37-year-old cigar. The overall smell, well, it smells like the humidor I had it in, which had acid tobacco in it, so it's kind of got that aroma. I may have to, I'm holding my camera with one hand and my cigar with the other, so yeah, this is going to have to. Et voila. As you can see, this is definitely, this has a little stringy thingy in it. That's lovely. And there's a weird little blue thread in it. I don't know what that was about, but anyway, this was ridiculously dry and kind of exploded into crumbs when I hit it with the cutter. If I can figure out how to prop my camera up, I can see about getting a light on this. I have no idea if the camera can see this or not. So, seeing as how I couldn't find my lighter, I'll go ahead and use a match. Yeah, that's hot. Matches are faster burning than I'd like. Yep, that was my keys falling down. Well, it's lit. Smoking right along. As you can see, it's very, very dry, so it smokes very, very quickly. The overall flavor, my camera's not doing autofocus well. Overall flavor so far is not bad, kind of floral, considering how dry it is. Gotta take a couple puffs to get the flavor out of it. No pepper, which is nice. I can definitely taste that it's been in a humidor that had Durastate acid tobacco in it, because that's kind of how it tastes. It's basically absorbed whatever flavor was in that particular blend, as opposed to whatever flavor it originally had. And if you can see me when I actually go to puff on it, oh yeah, let me just go ahead and give you the extreme close up here. Yeah, it's been in that humidor so long, it basically just tastes like a really diluted acid. If there was any original flavor left in this, it is gone completely. I'd say it's not that bad. I mean, I kind of have having to double puff on it just because I'm not getting crazy amounts of smoke off of it. But, yeah, for a 37-year-old cigar. Though, if you can see me, don't mind my oddball hairdo. Yeah, so we're getting about coming up on the first inch here. As you can see, it's burning very, very fast, just because of the fact that it is so dry. And the reason why I'm making this as a vlog style is because I got a couple of friends on Xbox, one of them in New York, and he will routinely get a hold of Arturo Fuentes, and I like Arturo Fuente. Lately, this is about the only thing I've had available, so it's been sitting there for years, and I kind of started asking myself a question: why am I holding on to these? They don't age like wine does. It's not a fine old revolver from the Old West. I'm not planning on selling it. And even then, when I get a hold of something, I usually tend to use it instead of just sitting on it. And I've been sitting on these for a long ass time. But anyway, just want to give a mention to my friend Ant-Man Noodle on Xbox Live, because I'm pretty sure he's going to watch this. Yeah, this is what I'm smoking. If your cigar is older than about 15 years old, you may want to use it to light firecrackers, because unless it's been in a seasoned humidor, there's not going to be a whole lot of flavor. I'm not sure if I'm actually keeping it in frame or not. I have to kind of. I'm filming this on a probably the best camera I've ever had, which is on my new phone. So yeah, I have no idea if I'm actually keeping it in frame or not. Well, this is me. How you doing, kids? I'm just going to go ahead and look directly at the lens. Yep, that's the thing about cigars. You will get tobacco in your mouth. But like I said, it's like I've been sitting on these forever. And most cigars, when you get them, you're going to want to go to an actual tobacconist who's got a decent-sized walk-in humidor. All they do is cigars. Because if you find like a vape shop like we got over here locally, it's going to smell really, really bad. Like burnt sweet tarts. An actual cigar shop, like we have a real nice one here in Colorado. There's 2 locations. They're called Havana Manor. There's one in Longmont, one in Louisville. And they actually have full walk-in lounges and even a members club. Members Lounge is a little nicer, but the one in Louisville has pool tables, darts, cards. It's a nice little place, and typically the staff are knowledgeable. I think I may have a hole in my wrapper. But anyway, yeah, they have a really nice lounge where you can go in and buy a cigar that you want to smoke, and you can smoke it right there. Ideally, when you buy cigars, you want to at least let them acclimate for about 2-3 weeks before you smoke them. Ideally, about 2 to 3 months. If you're going to age them, you just leave them sit around for typically about 5 years is the maximum. Some of them go up to 10 years. Beyond that, any kind of oils left in the wrapper start to evaporate, and the flavors don't mellow or meld or do anything. They just... So even though you might be able to store it in proper conditions, keep it proper temperature, proper humidity for decades, it's not wine, you know. It's not going to be super duper flavorful. And well, long and short of it is, if you have a 100-year-old cigar, I'm going to quote Brian Glenn because he's probably my favorite reviewer on YouTube. It's like smoking a brown paper bag, because like this one, this has been in a humidor that had acid tobacco in it. It tastes like acid tobacco. Very, very diluted acid, but yeah, it tastes kind of like a Blondie. Just because it's been in there long enough to absorb a lot of stuff out of it. I think how long it's been in there, at least, wow, like at least a good 10 years or so. 5-10 years, something like that. It's been sitting in there for a long time. And just a little amount of acid, Durastate acid tobacco has been in there, has basically permeated the entire cigar. And whatever flavor this originally had is completely gone. There is no original flavor left in this. It just tastes like the acid that it absorbed. I'm kind of rambling now because I'm trying to fill up and not have dead air. That and how exactly how entertaining is it to watch a weirdo like me just sit here and smoke a cigar? But like I said, hey man, yeah, this is what I'm smoking, and I wish I had something better, something a little fresher, something that was actually made after I was born. Alright, as you can see, still very smokable, but the wrapper is kind of starting to crack a little bit. I don't know if the camera's going to focus in on this. It's making weird beeping noises at me. But given how much I have left of this and how boring this video probably is, I may end up cutting this short. But especially since I completely lost the point of what I was trying to say earlier. No strength at all. That's what I was talking about. After about 15 years, all oils have basically evaporated. You may be able to smoke it 40, 50 years later, but if somebody tells you that they've got a 100-year-old cigar, it's marketing. It's not going to be the kiss of an angel. End of story. It's going to be a brown paper bag. Well, anyway, this video is probably boring enough as is, so I'm going to go ahead and end it now. Especially because I got my mom looking at me and wondering who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the internet. But yeah, the fact is, yeah, I was bored. I wanted a cigar, and I decided to make a video out of it. I've been meaning to do it for a while, and hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit better setup instead of just holding a phone and looking at the lens. And with luck, sometime soon I will have a few more gaming videos up. Just managed to get a hold of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and that is actually pretty good. So I'm probably going to end up doing a pot shot on that. May have a rant or two somewhere along the way. Let's see what else. Halo 5 is coming up, so you can definitely expect a video on that. Black Ops 3. I may actually start something specific to Black Ops 3, because I played the beta, it was awesome, and I'm not going to try something like In-Depth that Drifter does, because that's his shtick, and he does it way better than I ever could. But I may try to figure out my particular builds for how to run it in a way that works for me, and hopefully it'll work for someone else. But that's going to be further down the line, obviously, because it's October right now, and Black Ops releases in November. But you can definitely expect to find a Halo 5 video. I will probably do an Assassin's Creed Syndicate video sometime soon. I don't think I had any weird indie games show up. I have access to a lot of stuff that I may end up throwing some videos on. It just depends on me getting off my ass and doing it. That's pretty much the end of that. This is so dry, the band isn't even... Look at this, the band actually just slides. The plus side, there's no gob of glue in there to rip the wrapper, so I can just go ahead and take this off whenever I feel like it. But anyway, just finishing up. I'm running out of things to say is the thing. Note to self, do not do vlog style video reviews, or just vlog style cigars or things, because I'm positive this is just ass-numbingly boring. Now if I could live stream, that might be something else, but right now, as is, all I have to say is that however good this may have been when it started, after 30 plus years, any original flavor it had is completely gone. I got a hole somewhere. Yep, right there. Decent bit of smoke out of it. Definitely has that. Maybe, yeah, look, I'm about halfway through it. I've still got that really floral acid note that is just absorbed from the humidor. If it weren't for that, this probably would have no flavor at all. The finish, it's there and it's gone. Oh, by the way, if you have a tendency to drool down your cigars, do not harm your teeth. Because if you're like me, it's a little hard to swallow when you got your teeth spread apart. So yeah, you end up getting a nice little, ends up definitely making you look a little bit of an idiot when you're sitting in a cigar bar, drooling down your stick. That did not sound right. I keep saying I'm going to end the video. It's kind of turning into a Minnesota long goodbye at this point. That's basically when you say goodbye, but you're still here. Wow. Okay, now I'm getting I'm getting a little bit more puff out of it, and working up a bit more smoke. And any kind of flavor I'm getting out of it now is actually really wanky. A couple puffs here and there. Nice little note of the acid tobacco that it was stored with. But like that, it's got this kind of still a little acidy florally, but there's kind of this bitter chalky thing going on. I mean, you can definitely tell that this is a very old cigar, and it was not kept under proper conditions. Take care of that problem. Now I can quit playing with that. I keep seeing the little laser focus icon on my phone. I can't help but think this is just like turning into a bad acid trip as far as how the focus is working. The ash is actually not that bad. It's kind of a nice little kind of salt and pepper. Pretty white. There's nothing like really brown or weird in it. I'm actually shocked at how well these hold up. You know? I need to lick my lips or something. I clamped down on it with my teeth. I got a little crack right in the top of the band. No, wait. The burn was actually doing pretty good for most of it. Then I started getting this weird hot spot right here. I just noticed that. Overall, it's actually a pretty razor straight burn, but it's just that one. I must be smoking it too fast. There's just one oddball doodad there. The ash is getting very flaky and actually pops off after about maybe half an inch. I think it might have been a vein, or I don't know if you can see it, but there may have been a vein right in there. Can't quite tell you what that is. It's kind of like a spicy, burny thing. I don't know if that's the original or if that's the acid weirdness. Alright, this is starting to irritate. That did it. I figured that probably looked really, really weird. But the whole idea was moisten that up a little bit so it kind of plumps up a little bit and just kind of seals that little gap. That worked like a charm. I'm thinking that anything I'm tasting right now is just that old kind of. It's almost a spicy thing. It's not peppery by any chance, by any stretch. It's not acidy. In case anybody's curious, I cut this with a Cigar, however you pronounce that, double guillotine, and it's a spring-load cutter. Fits nicely on my keychain. Well, relatively nicely. It's about $60. I guarantee it is worth it to spend a little bit more and get a quality cutter. It is an open guillotine, so the entire cigar will go all the way through if you're not careful. So if you're one of those guys that cuts at the band because you don't know what you're doing, I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun with this one. But yeah, you're not supposed to cut at the band. You cut through the top of the cap. Yeah, I think that's pretty much just the leftovers of the acid tobacco, because it tastes kind of A little bit of backstory. Acid cigars, when you buy a box of them, they're packed with just loose cured tobacco. And a while ago, I had an idea that I'd try sticking just the loose tobacco in my pipe. Worked, but oh god, it was harsh. That ripped your teeth out. That's kind of the flavor I'm getting off of this right now. It's that really, really harsh, cured, but not really up to par. You know. Makes a decent cloud, though. Overall, the takeaway from this is don't age your cigars over more than about 5 years. Kind of depends. Some cigars go for 10. Most often, if it's over 10 years, just go ahead and smoke it. 15 years, it's not going to get any better. You may as well throw it. Also, do not spend hundreds of dollars on a cigar. That is just stupid. The $200 cigar is made from the exact same stuff as the $2 cigar, usually. On the plus side, though, I'm noticing that there's no tunneling going on. At least I don't think there is. If I smoke too fast, then yeah, I can probably get it. But overall, everything seems to be relatively consistent. Yeah, that little funky spot has more or less kind of evened it out. I'm pretty sure that further down the skills, it'll autocorrect. This is about the final third of this, by the way. And for anybody that's actually still watching this, you are a champ. Achievement unlocked. Watched a really boring video. 5 gold. Or whatever that G means. 5 gamer score. Yeah, can you tell I play a little too much Xbox? The ash itself is actually very structurally weak, so that's actually kind of one of my criteria for proper construction is whether or not I can get through like at least a good inch or two of ash before it flops off. I think that's kind of subjective because if it's a heavier ash, then it won't be able to support itself very much. So you find like thicker ring gauges. Like this is, I think, maybe a 38, 40 gauge. Something. It's a real small gauge. But like you get like your big, huge hunkers, like 58, 60 gauge. Yeah, just the thought of that is just about break your jaw trying to smoke it. But thicker ring gauges, it would probably have heavier ash just because there's just more mass there. So it would probably not go quite as far before flopping into your lap. This, by the way, is getting very, very flaky, and it's making quite the mess. But lighter ash tends to hold up a little bit better. Also, I know it's constructed well if it takes the chemical weakening of being burnt, pardon, and still holds up. That was my criteria for it anyway, or at least the logic behind it. Yep, it's kind of weird. It's almost like there's still a couple oils left in here. I can kind of see them kind of bubbling up to the surface. It's really hard to tell on the camera, but yeah, if you look at it, there's a little bit of light shine around some of the lumpier bits where maybe there's a vein in the binder. Smoke is actually staying very cool, even this close in, which I'm actually very impressed by, considering how old this is. definitely need to slow down now because I'm getting a lingering tingle. It's not necessarily a nicotine tingle. It's just that really harsh, kind of wanky tobacco tingle. Like, you know, you can tell it's old, basically. I'm really impressed at just how cool this is actually staying, even with me just kind of hotboxing it like this. You know. More puffs, longer finish, because it is actually kind of warming up a little bit. It's kind of staying a little. There you go. Finish is usually just like how long it takes for you don't notice the flavor anymore. And honestly, with how fast I'm smoking this, I'm kind of shocked that I can taste anything. I guess I did a decent job with my humidor. It's still actually relatively moist. I mean, as it's cherry's getting a little closer to the actual nub here, so it is kind of heating up a little bit, and some of the oils are kind of warming whatever oil is left, and it's kind of softening up very nicely. Burn is getting a little wanky, but other than that, not too bad. There we go. I just made this nice poof. I realize you have no idea where my hand just went. It's just, I'm holding this literally about arm's length. Not even that far. I've got to get a tripod, by the way. In case you're wondering, yes, I'm really running out of things to talk about. So, yeah, basically, this is. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this off camera, and I'm gonna end the video right now because there's really not much else to this. It's getting a little warm. It's still got that same kind of infusion from the acids tobacco in there. Whatever flavor was originally here is not there anymore. This is a about 37-year-old. Okay, a little bit of an addendum to the previous video. I think I've been smoking this for about 45 minutes, but my video cut off about 33 minutes. So there's going to be a little bit of a discrepancy. Taste is pretty much like really harsh, loose tobacco that they pack acids in. It's not bad, but it could be a lot better. Whatever flavor was here is gone. Takeaway from this is don't keep cigars longer than about 10 years. Go ahead and smoke them. I'm completely at a loss of what to say right now other than, yeah, I'm basically just explaining why my video just cut off halfway in the middle of it. Oh well. With any luck, I will hopefully not be doing more of these in such a craptastic fashion, but look forward to seeing some alternate gaming videos. Like I said, Assassin's Creed Syndicate just came out. Halo 5 Guardians is coming up Tuesday, I believe, and I'll probably have a couple of hardline videos just you know, maybe I can score a couple of headshots. I'll think of something to put up. Until then, I will see you all in the next video.